Okay, I think we're going. So welcome. This is our second little dissection video. This is the dissection of the spinal cord of the cow. And so we're looking at a cow spinal cord. So I'm going to tilt this down so we can see things. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it down so we can see the model here. Okay, so there's the model. This is much enlarged of the spinal cord. This is the dorsal region. This is the ventral region. In the humans, this would be anterior, posterior. In the cow, it's ventral and dorsal. This is the root of the spinal nerve coming together, the dorsal root, the ventral root. The dorsal root has a ganglion in it, and then this would come out of the vertebrae right there. Here, this blue is the meninges, and this is the epineurium kind of surrounding the nerve. This is the space around the spinal cord. This is actually the spinal cord right here. This is the gray matter, the gray commissure. There would be a central canal in there with cerebrospinal fluid in here. Here's where nerve cell bodies and reflexes occur. There are synapses in there. Out here, this is the white matter. This is axons and dendrites traveling up and down the spinal cord, carrying motor and sensory information. These colored tracks here are to show where various tracks are, sensory, motor tracks, and what they're associated with. This root here, this is an entirely motor root. Okay, this root here is all sensory. Okay, again, this is much enlarged so that we can see the structures. Okay, with our sheep spinal cords, these are relatively small structures, surprisingly small. This area here, I've actually already made a cut. That's probably an area that's more posterior. This area right here, you can kind of see there's the gray matter there and the white matter surrounding it. This is a more anterior region, closer towards the head. So the spinal cord is larger in diameter, and it still has the meninges attached, whereas this one doesn't. You can see the nerve roots coming out, and you can see some of the space inside there that would be filled with cerebrospinal fluid. When you're making the dissections here, our goal is to make like a small little pellets so that we can take a picture, and we're going to use your toothpicks to identify dorsal and ventral, gray matter and white matter. And this can be done with just by using your scissors. So if you if you have a smaller area, you can grab that, put it in the scissors and just cut. And if you get a nice clean cut, it'll look like that. Sometimes the cuts don't look so great, so you might have to do a second cut. In the case of if you have the meninges still attached in a larger section through the spinal cord, then in that case, it might be better to use a sharp knife or a scalpel. And so I'm going to use the knife and I'll try to cut through here. And again, this is big enough that I can't really hold it with the forceps. So I'll try and make the best cut I have. The meninges are quite tough. And so I'm through the nerve tissue. I'm going to use the scissors then to cut up the last bit of meninge away. Okay. And in that case, again, you can kind of see how it looks there. If I tilt it up, maybe if I get it like that, there you can see gray matter, white matter. You can see the commissure. You can see the space around it, maybe even the central canal. You're gonna have to get close with your phone to get a good picture of that. Okay, so very simple dissection. Again, these are in a preservative. The preservative can go right down the drain when you open your baggie. This should be able to stay in the bag if you want to keep that for studying. There are instructions that are available online to help you with this. Okay, so let's turn this back up here and get an idea what I look like. All right, so look at the instructions, look at your lab manual. There are nice illustrations of the cross section of the spinal cord. That's our focus. Go through the whole exercise though, do a exercise 18 review. All right, see you later.